Hello and welcome to GoodGood Investing. My name is Rachel Grunn,
And I'm Andrea Cwik.
and at GoodGood Investing, we love to educate, interested entrepreneurs and busy professionals on how to make their money work for them, so that they can stop working for their money. And we love to do that through the syndication model of commercial real estate investing. Right, Andrea?
100%. You're in
150.
the right place if that's you.
Yes, if that's you, you are definitely in the right place. We just absolutely love to educate. That's the entire foundation of our platform, our message, our why. All of that is to just educate and bring value and hopefully wealth to our listeners and investors. So we're in that same vein. I mean, we're just gonna talk more today about what syndication is, but most importantly, why someone would want to be in a syndication, because it's really like kind of a concierge service for investing. I mean, that's kind of how I would describe it, more or less.
Yes, exactly. So I was thinking on the idea of remember when we had hired a team for like PR, right? Getting our message out there a little bit more publicly. I remember that they came to us with a few alternatives of how they could help us spread the message. One was we could take a course and then DIY, all the templates and tips and tricks, and then we would do all the work and get out there, right? And then there was like a do with you where we could do it and then with some counsel and coaching of another person. And then there was the do it for you model, right? And that's like we pay extra, but somebody takes care of all of it for us. Do you remember
Yeah.
that?
Oh,
So,
yeah, for sure.
yeah. Yeah, so I was thinking about syndication, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's literally what syndication is. It's the concierge white glove treatment of helping somebody who wants to put their money work for them, doesn't necessarily have the time or the skills, to find investments on their own. They didn't want, maybe they didn't invest in like a mentoring group or a mastermind and have the connections to find deals, but they're looking for somebody to help them do all of that for them and have the ease of getting into investments. And I'm like, we are the done for you model for investing. And it just like was a cool way. I thought with my mind was like, oh, that's, like I just kind of landed on that idea, and I'm like, it just makes so much sense if a person doesn't have, all of those skills and time to go with a syndication. And I will tell you from my experience, I don't know if you've heard, the story yet, listeners, but we started off as passive investors before becoming general partners. And I know that's the same for you as well, Rachel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So the passive investing is basically where you entrust a team with some money, and then they bring you some investment opportunities. And it's, obviously you have to see if it's like 506B or 506C. But anyways, they give you some investment opportunities based on your relationship with them or based on if it's public and you qualify. And then you are able to, once, I mean, somebody's already fully analyzed the deal. Someone's already locked it up, negotiated. Someone's already, looking into the financing of it all. They already have a business strategy for it. I mean, really, it's all the done for you. It's done. It's checked off the list. And now all you have to do is, okay, I'm going to pay the investment
Hmm.
and it's ready to go.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, pretty cool. There's literally the most our investors do is fill out the documents and wire.
Right. And the documents are so that they can co-own the property with us.
Exactly. And then, of course, we encourage everyone to do due diligence. We encourage everyone to, you know, make sure that this is an investment that works for them. Uh, but essentially, yeah, like Andrea said, the entire process is completely concierge. There's not Our investors don't have to fly anywhere. They don't have to get on the call with the brokers. They don't have to negotiate, like nothing like that. It's just, hey, is it a good fit? Are you comfortable with the team? Are you comfortable with the investment projections? Great. Let's partner.
Yeah, and I will say, one of the biggest questions I get is, well, how do you trust the syndicators? I think that's probably the biggest deal. And so we do have an episode on what questions to ask the syndicator that you potentially are going to partner with. So check out that episode. We can link it in the show notes. And I would say just get to know people. Like Rachel and I, obviously, we have an over year long podcast, so you'll really get to know us by listening to our podcast. But you could schedule a call with us directly, which I think is different than other syndicators. And for us, we really just give our investors like very VIP treatment. I will say that because, I'm passively invested in a lot of syndications myself, and I can just tell you that we give the VIP treatment compared to all the other syndication groups that I'm invested in.
Yeah, definitely. We do send out monthly reports. Our investors can ask us any questions. We're very transparent. And I'll get on the phone with an investor and walk them through the documents if it's their first time, they don't know how to use the portal, these types of things that a lot of syndicators don't make time for. And I get it, people are busy. It's not to trash anyone else in the industry. But, Andrea and I are very hands on, because we want our investors to be really excited about investing with us. And that means also making them feel very comfortable and making it a stress free, easy to understand process.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Cool. Well, guys, that's it for today's episode. Short and sweet because that's kind of the done for you model. It is short and sweet, so we're not going to harp it. We're not going to harp it to death. But if you're interested or intrigued, please check us out on our website. Feel free to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. And reach out, please. We'd love to talk with you, especially if we have not, formally been introduced to you. We'd love to have a conversation about what your investing goals are, and just to make sure that you'll be in touch on all of our future investments. If you sign up on our website, that does not mean you're going to get our deal flow. We do have to have a quick conversation with you per SEC guidelines. And then we will make sure that you'll be the first to know whenever we do have a new deal to present. So please make sure to do that, guys. And until next week, don't invest good.
Invest twice as good.
Bye.
Bye.